Hello again. You can see here that we're looking at PowerPoint again, and there's just a few more things I want to show you. You can see that I've opened our presentation again, and from last week's work we learned how to attach different types of design to the slides. We learned how to add new slides, and you can see that on slide 2 I have a picture of the koala, and that was of course added by using the new slide button on the home tab. And inserting a picture was very easy because I was able to use the Doing so was very easy because I was able to use the icons on the placeholders that are included with each slide design or slide layout. Now what I want to take a look at today is the outline view. If you have a good outline for your presentation, it may be quicker to produce your presentation directly in outline view. Also, if you create a properly formatted outline in Word, you can easily import the document into PowerPoint and it will automatically create slides based on your outline. Then, you just have to make it look nice. Working with outline view just takes a little bit of getting used to. You can see here that on the left-hand side there are small icons indicating where each of the slides is, and in black bold text you can see the title of each slide. I actually have this blank slide on slide 3, and I can add some text to slide 3, and you can see what the preview looks like for that particular slide. If I want to delete that text, I can delete it, and then the text is blank again, and I can just press delete again and it gets rid of that slide. So now again I only have 3 slides in my presentation. If I want to add a new slide, simply hit enter and you can add more slides. And instead of hitting enter, which would add a new slide, I can press backspace and it will delete that previous slide. If I want, I can press tab, and you can see that it promotes this slide info, the title more info, from being a slide title of slide 3 into a bullet point on slide 2. So I can actually hold down the shift key and press the tab for a back tab, and now it becomes a title again. And by doing so and by getting used to it a little bit longer, you'll easily be able to choose and modify your points on your slide, as well as adding more points and getting more indented bullets using the tab key. There is just a bit of a trick here. You'll notice that now that I have slide 3 and it's got a title with more info, I can actually just click inside the box where it says click for text, and I can add my first point. And now, of course, as I edit the slide itself, I'll get more bullet points. And now you can see that back on outline view, I can just move back over to outline view, and I can press enter after I've already entered a point, and I can keep adding more info. That way you'll be able to add more data and information on each of your slides. I'm going to move back to the slides view, and that way we can see what our presentation looks like so far. So we've got our slides up at the top, we have our title slide, then we have some information about the koala. There is a neat feature that allows you to use old slides from old presentations inside your current presentation. On the Home tab in the New Slide button, we have an option down at the bottom to select Reuse Slides. So I can click Reuse Slides, and it brings us up a task pane. And it brings up a task pane on the right-hand side called Reuse Slides. So it says Insert Slide From, and I can click the Browse button and choose to browse for a file. Then I need to select where my file can be found. And in my CP102 folder, there's a presentation in my PowerPoint 2 folder called A Different Presentation. So I make sure I select that presentation from somewhere on my hard drive. And I see, and here I can see previews of slides from that particular presentation. It's only got 2 slides. So I want to choose the slide called the jellyfish, and when I click on it, it shows me a preview in the main slide window. And it actually shows me what that slide's going to look like with my current theme. So I've chosen that particular slide, and I can just double click it. Oh, I might have inserted 2 of them, but now that's been done, I can close the Reuse Slides, and now you can see that I in fact have inserted 2 copies of the jellyfish slide into my new presentation. So I'm actually just going to right click on one of them, and that allows me to delete the slide, and now I can start moving the slides into a different order, and I can do a quick preview of what my presentation looks like so far. There's my title slide, there's the koala, and there's the jellyfish. So that's how to reuse slides. I'm going to end that presentation. And you can also see one of the last things I wanted to point out was on the new slides menu, that is also where you can choose slides from outline. So if you have a Word document which is written in outline format, then you can create slides from your Word document that's been written as an outline. One of the more useful features that you'll want to learn about is how to insert a chart into PowerPoint. Once you've created a chart in Excel, you can easily copy it and paste it into your PowerPoint slides. So I'm going to create a new slide, a blank slide. So that'll give me some space to paste in my chart. Now I've opened Excel already, and you can see that I've got a chart that we had created in a previous exercise. So I'm going to right-click on the chart, and I choose Copy, and that copies it to the Windows clipboard. So now I can go back into PowerPoint, and I can right-click on my slide, and I have a number of paste options. If I choose the first one, which just looks like a chart with the letter A on it, it will simply use the destination theme and embed the workbook into our PowerPoint presentation. Embedded workbooks means that it's going to copy the data from our Excel file, and then it'll be always available within the PowerPoint presentation. It actually allows us to edit the data as part of even though it is part of the PowerPoint presentation. I can also have it I can embed the chart by having the source data used. I can also embed the chart using the source formatting. So that means the chart is going to stay looking the same as it does in Excel instead of changing to match the current format that I'm using on my slides. And again, it would allow me to embed the workbook. The two options with the little link there, the little section of chain, means use the destination theme and link the data, or I can keep the source formatting and link the data. Now the option here, the difference between embedded workbooks and linked data, means that the data doesn't get pasted or embedded inside the PowerPoint file. Now my PowerPoint file is actually linked to my Excel file. Now here's what's really great about having this chart linked to our PowerPoint slides. If I go back into Excel and I change the data, so let's say I take ptarmigan, which is a very small purple bar right here for January, and I now say that we actually sold 400 units instead of 75, we see that the bar gets a lot taller, obviously, and I'm just going to save that file, make sure the changes are on the hard drive, and if I switch back to PowerPoint, then I can see that that chart is automatically updated. So now I don't even have to copy and paste the chart into my presentation again. It's always going to use the updated data from the linked file. So that's a really powerful tool you can use when making your presentations.